and we will refer these two books, G.B. Thomas, R.L. Finney, Calculus and Analytic Geometry, and the second one is B.S. Grewal, Higher Engineering Mathematics. So the first we'll study about limits, and in your lower classes you have studied that uh, limit x approaches to a, f of x equal to L, and one of the student answered that it means f of a is equal to L. This is wrong. Basically it means when x approaches to a, then f of x approaches to L, or when we can say that if x is very close to a, then f of x is very close to L. Now let us try to write a proper definition of limit of a function. So it means the proper, if I talk about the proper definition of limit x approaches to a, f of x equal to L, is that for epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta greater than 0 such that, this is basically such that mod of f of x minus L is less than epsilon whenever mod of x minus a is less than delta, and epsilon greater than 0 as small as possible. So let me elaborate this particular definition, what this definition says. Now let us take a graph. Now let us this is a graph, and here is the curve, and this is any curve. Now here is the point A. Here is the point A. Now what this definition says, when the value of x is very close to a, means if I take an interval which contains a, say x minus delta and x plus delta, or in simpler word you can say so a minus delta and a plus delta. In simple way you can say if it is a minus 0.1 and a plus 0.1, then the corresponding value of f of x, if this value is L, then x is very close to a, f of x is very close to L. When x is very close to a, then f of x is very close to L, and depending upon this epsilon will get the value of delta. So when you say, let's suppose limit x approaches to 1, x square plus 1 is equal to 2, it means that when x approaches to 1, x square plus 1 approaches to 2. Now you may have the doubt that yes, this x square plus 1 at x is equal to 1 is equal to 2. So this particular thing which I am saying wrong, that f of a is equal to L, this is true here also. But this is true here because this x square plus 1 is a continuous function. When a function is continuous, then yes, in the case of continuity, if f of x is a continuous function at x equal to a, then yes, limit x approaches to a, f of x is equal to f of a. Now please give me some example of continuous functions. Please give me some examples of continuous function. Let me give some examples. Example number 1. Any polynomial function. Any polynomial. If we take any polynomial function, that function will be a continuous function. Okay, tell me, what do you understand by continuous function? It's continuous if it is not break within the given interval. Like if I try to plot, now let us suppose we have a function, a continuous function from A to B, it means the curve will be smooth in between A to B. It cannot happen that the curve is like this. It cannot happen the curve is like this. It could not be break. It cannot be break. So such type of curves are named as continuous functions. So first example is any polynomial function is a continuous function. Then sin x, cos x, these are continuous functions. E raised to power x is always a continuous function. Now any another example? Can anybody give any another example? Yes, please. Any another example? And in these three examples, domain is infinite. Polynomial functions are continuous on whole real line. Sin x, cos x are continuous on whole real line. Exponential functions are continuous on whole real line. Any another example? Now, what are the indeterminate form? Now, let us consider. Now, let us consider a limit. X approaches to A, fx upon gx. Now, let us take. We are taking this particular example. Now, what happens if f of A and g of A both are 0? The resultant form is 0 by 0. And this form is named as indeterminate form. And there are many more other forms which are named as indeterminate forms. Like infinite by infinite, infinite minus infinite, 1 raised to power infinity, 0 raised to power infinity, infinity raised to power 0, and infinity raised to power infinity. So all these forms are named as indeterminate form. So what we will do in this particular topic, we will try to understand one method by the help of which we can find the limits of the functions which results in indeterminate form. So first thing, the indeterminate forms are the forms in which the limits result in the form of 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, infinity minus infinity, 1 raised to power infinity, 0 raised to power 0, infinity raised to power 0, or infinity raised to power infinity. So here are few examples. Like if somebody want to find the limit x approaches to 1, x square minus 1 upon x minus 1. So if I directly put 1, what it will be? 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, it will be 0 by 0. So it cannot be solved. Yes, it can be solved if I do limit x approaches to 1. X square minus 1 can be written as x minus 1 divided by x plus 1, x minus 1. So x minus 1, x minus 1. So this is limit x approaches to 1, x plus 1, which is equal to 2. Now here you can also see that limit x approaches to 1, x square minus 1 upon x minus 1 is not equal to this is not equal to, this is basically not equal to f of a. Is not equal to f of a. Similarly, if somebody want to find limit x approaches to infinity, e raised to power x upon x square. Again, when you put infinity, e raised to power infinity is infinity, infinity square is infinity, so it will be infinity by infinity. Similarly, if you want to find limit x approaches to 0, 1 by x minus 1 by x square, so it comes to be 1 by 0 minus 1 by 0, infinity minus. Yes, we can solve this like this. Limit x approaches 0, you can take the LCM, it comes to be x minus 1. Now if you want to find it, it will give you minus infinity. So from here you can find the answer. So these forms are named as indeterminate forms. Okay, now I hope you understand the concept of indeterminate forms. What are the indeterminate forms? So indeterminate forms are 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, infinity minus infinity, 1 by infinity, 1 raised to power infinity, 0 raised to power 0, infinity raised to power 0, infinity raised to power infinity. Now let's talk about L hospital rule. Now the first thing, your L hospital rule works on the indeterminate limits of the form 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity. This is applicable to this only. So, what is this L hospital rule? This L hospital rule says if f and g are differentiable functions, and differentiable function in simple language, a function is said to be differentiable if its derivative exists. Otherwise, you have already studied the definition of differentiable functions. याद है आपको definition differentiable function की? सबको याद है नहीं याद differentiable functions की? Definition.
Yes, sir.
क्या definition होती है differentiable function की? Anybody of you? A function, again move to the L hospital rule. So let's suppose we have two functions f and g, which are differentiable functions on an interval which contains the point a, such that f of a and g of a is equal to 0, such that f of a and g of a is equal to 0. And let's suppose that this g dash x is not equal to 0. Then let us see, if this f of a and g of a will be 0, then this will be in the form of 0 by 0, that is indeterminate form. So L hospital rule says limit x approaches to a, f of x, g of x is equal to limit x approaches to a, f dash x divided by g dash x. Yani what we have to do, we have to just take the derivative of the numerator as well as denominator, and we have to take the limit. Now let us move to this question again. Now let us see this particular example, first example again. Limit x approaches to 1, x square minus 1, x minus 1. I just solve it and find it, the limit of this function is equal to 2. Now let us apply the L hospital rule here. First thing, it is in 0 by 0 form, because when we put x equal to 1, 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 1 0, so it is in 0 by 0 form. Now let us apply L hospital rule. What L hospital rules says, as limit x approaches to 1, then we have to take the derivative of the numerator. The derivative of the numerator will be 2x. Derivative of the denominator. Derivative of the denominator will be 1. Then put the limit x approaches to 1. This implies this is equal to just 2. Yes, who is this? Please mute yourself. Please mute. So from here we can in second example, now it is infinity by infinity form, and L hospital rule also applicable to the infinity by infinity form. So this is limit x approaches to infinity, e raised to power x divided by x square, limit x approaches to infinity, now take the derivative both sides. It is e raised to power x, the derivative of x square is 2x. Now if we put infinity again, you will find it is again in infinity by infinity form, because e raised to infinity infinity, 2 into infinity is infinity. Now the next will be again take the derivative, because it is again infinity by infinity form, again take the derivative. Now it is e raised to power x divided by 2. Now it is not in infinity by infinity form, infinity by infinity form. So it is in e raised by infinity by 2, which is equal to, it is equal to infinity. So I hope it is clear to all of you now.